Hello, my most amazing artists. Today we're going to be creating some lines. Line is one of the elements of art. So the 7 elements of art are line, shape, color, form, texture, space, and value. We've worked a lot with color last week. And this week we're going to work with line. And what we want to do is we want to try to make it look like our lines are showing movement. Lines can be straight and thick and they don't show movement. So on my messy mat, I'm going to show you, I'm moving my paper out of the way. This line doesn't really show that much movement, but if I take my crayon and I draw a line like this, it makes our eye follow it and it shows more movement. So we are going to be creating a picture of a rocket blasting off into space. This week, we're only going to create the plume of smoke that comes from the bottom of the rocket. So let me show you what the rocket's going to look like when we finish. All right, this will barely fit in the picture, but we're creating this part today. So if you can see, I have all these moving lines. I've painted it. I've even added glitter. If we add glitter, that will come next week, not this week. Our projects are going to be a little bit smaller, but today we're doing the line part. And next week, we will create the parts of our rocket and collage them and glue them together. So the way you're going to start is you're going to take your crayons out of your pencil pouch and you're going to start at the top of your little paper and go to the bottom. And you want to do the long side. So if I turn my paper like this, is it long? No, that's the short side. Turn it so it's up and down, very long. And then remember, we're going to draw some crazy, swirly, maybe zigzag lines to show movement. And I want you to press down hard. Is that one showing movement? No, not really. I better get it going. Okay, when you've filled up your paper with a lot of lines, now remember, we're not coloring it in. So I did not take my crayon and color. That's coloring. I drew lines. We are only drawing lines right now. We're going to color in with paint. So if you color in with your crayon, you won't have anywhere to paint. Okay, so you should remember how we painted from last week. We have a paintbrush, we have water, we have a paint tray, and we have to wake up our watercolors. So I can paint this any colors I want. Maybe I want it yellow and orange because it is the fiery blast off of a rocket. Wake up my orange. Roll my brush like a ballerina on her tippy toes. And I want to roll her in the paint maybe 20 times. That gets lots of good paint on my brush. Oh my goodness, look at that crayon. That looks so cool. Okay, now I want to get yellow. Should I put my brush right in the yellow? No, I have to rinse my brush out and I have to scrub it on the bottom. If I don't rinse my brush out, my paint's gonna look disgusting like that. And who wants to use disgusting paint? Nobody. So rinse your brush out really good. And I'm gonna wake up the yellow. Wake up yellow. I'm going to roll my brush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whew, that was hard to count that fast. I'm going to paint and rinse out my brush. Wake up, red. I'm adding water in the red. Then I'm going to roll my brush in there about 20 times and paint. You can choose whatever colors you want. You are the artist. This is your blast off moving line project. So choose whatever colors you want. Just be sure you rinse off your brush between colors. And when I'm done, this will need to go on the drying rack. You got it. If you're in kindergarten, you need to let me help you put this on the drying rack. Now, that's a very small sheet of paper, so it's not going to take very much time to paint it. You're drawing your lines and painting your paper, and it won't take very much time. So when you're finished, you're going to move your paint out of the way, And you are going to choose a rocket ship handout. So I have that one, this one, this one, that one, and this one. And the reason we're going to look at these handouts is because this shows what a rocket looks like. And many of you said, well, I don't know how to draw a rocket, but these handouts will help you see the parts of a rocket. We have the body, we have a window. These are called fins. So you can see the parts of a rocket so that next week you can remember what it looks like. You're going to color this sheet using your crayons. You can color it any way you want. Some of these have a place to write the words rocket ship. So rocket ship. So you can write the word rocket ship as well. So color this, and then next week we will create our rocket to go with our blast off paper. Can you imagine it? Oh yeah.